turn to India's northeast now, to the poll-bound state of Tripura. In the run-up to the Tripura elections that is set to take place next month in February, Congress state in charge Dr Ajay Kumar and state leader came under a severe attack by a group of goons. Congress claims that it was a targeted attack launched on their leaders by the goons at the behest of BJP, where former IPS officer and Congress leader Ajay Kumar along with 16 others were brutally beaten up. The Congress had organized a bike rally in Sadar subdivision of Tripura, which was led by Ajoy as they entered Majlishpur, the constituency of the Sports Minister Sushant Chaudhary. The rally was blocked, allegedly, by BJP workers. Congress claims that the rally was not just blocked, it was pelted with stones and bricks that were hurled at Ajay Kumar in front of Sushant Chaudhary, the state minister, and in the presence of state police. As per Congress, their bikes were also vandalized and set ablaze after the attack. Ajay Kumar was rushed to the hospital. He has suffered serious injuries on his head and a fracture in his face. The attack was condemned by General Secretary Organisation KC Venugopal, accusing the BJP of deliberately launching a murderous attack on his colleagues. So far, there has not been any arrests in the matter. The Congress also claims that the state police is acting as an extended arm of the BJP. It has become a silent spectator. Remember, it was only yesterday that the Election Commission has announced the poll dates for Tripura and two other northeastern states. Tripura will go to polls on the 16th of February. Nibir is joining us on the phone line. Nibir, we are just putting out on our screens, the big headlines across regional newspapers there in Tripura. This was a major incident that happened in Majlishpur, where the Congress rally was attacked. 16 Congress workers came under attack. Tell us more about what the situation in Tripura is like right now.
Indeed, just a day after the dates were announced by the Election Commission regarding elections in Tripura, we are now getting reports that the Congress rally that was taking place in Tripura today was attacked, and the Congress now claims that at least the people who attacked were on behalf of the BJP, and now they are claiming that the BJP specifically targeted the bike rally that was led in the Sadar subdivision of Tripura, which was led by the state in charge Ajay Kumar, they are claiming that as they entered Majlishpur, the constituency of the sports minister Sushant Chaudhary, the rally was allegedly blocked by the BJP party workers, and further they are claiming that stones were pelted and bricks were hurled upon the Ajay Kumar, who is the Congress state chief, and in the presence of even the state police there. So big allegations coming in from the Congress side. However, so far there has been no arrest in this matter. The Congress is further claiming that the state police is acting as an extended arm of the BJP. Well, these are just allegations. So far there has been no arrest. But remember, as you said, that the dates were only announced yesterday, and already we are getting reports of violence and arson.
History of, violent incidents in Tripura earlier as well. In terms of peaceful elections, Tripura does not have a great track record, and it has therefore become a cause of worry. In fact, now here on the program, I'm joined by Dr. Ajay Kumar, spokesperson of the Congress party, also Congress in charge in Tripura. Dr. Kumar, first of all, I hope you are in good health right now and recovering from your injuries. Since we've just reported that your injuries were quite grievous, how are you feeling right now, Mr. Ajay Kumar? How is your health condition?
So, let me speak a little slowly. There is a injury on the face, on the maxilla.
Mm-hmm.
There was a stone, huge stone thrown in front of the minister, and injuries on the I don't know if you can see, there was a lot of lathi injuries all over my body and on the hand, and one bad stone hit on the face, and that I think led to a small or a fracture in the upper part just below the eye.
Okay.
All this happened in presence of the minister. One, it happened in front of the cops, and I just there was this IG CRPF. I got his initials wrong initially, Mr. GS Rao. And what I'm saying is, when I was being taken to the hospital on a mobile, because there was no car. Then the IG crossed three groups of people with there were people with sticks and in fact when they were rushing me in front of the IG's vehicle, one of the guy took a huge swing on my back. I mean, trying to hit us on the head or back, and it hit me on the back. And obviously, sir, there are some large blotches of blood on the back and hand and everything. But it's not an allegation. It's happened right in front of the minister. It happened in front of the police and the CRPF zonal coordinator, Mr. G.S. Rao. He's a cop. He crossed and three times I was attacked. We were attacked once, but twice they attempted to hit us. So it's quite crazy. In the sense that the CRPF IG himself is walking through the SDPO of Jirania was there, and we were totally peaceful. So why are we the only guys who are getting injured?
Yes. Right.
So it's crazy. This is not.
One of the things being said is that apparently there was no permission from for this rally, and there was an attempt to stop the rally. Is that something that you concede with?
Total lies. That's what I'm trying to say. That this Inspector General also, and why look, I've been an IPS officer too. I cannot understand if we have the permission. Firstly, we had definitely the permission. We had all the permissions in place, and let them show that we didn't have the permission. We officially, and they gave us the permission, and they were escorting us for some time. When the minister,
who were these people, Mr. Ajay Kumar? You think who pelted stones and hurled bricks, etc.? Who were these people? Do you have anything to substantiate that they belong to the ruling party in Tripura?
Because they were with the BJP minister. There's a video there. So we have all the videos with us, Tamanna. So the question again is, look, I got injured, but there are young Congress workers who have 28, 30 stitches, 16 of them. Yesterday in Surma, one of the Tripura Mata person, he has had his arms, both his arms chopped off. Now, I believe he's died. So 16 people of the Communist Party CPM got attacked yesterday evening. It's not allegation. There are video recordings, and your reporter was there. So it's all right. It's common. Everybody in Tripura has it. My only request to you is that if you're not able to have fair elections, and forget me because I'm reasonably protected and everything else, just imagine the plight of small girls and young girls and boys in the state or rest of India. This is what is going to happen. If anybody who is speaking against the reporters on the TV channels, young girls who are traveling who speak up against it, RTI activities. See, we are political people. We will bear this pain. It's not such a big deal. It's a minor, it's a fracture in the maxilla. Big deal. I honestly think because they're boys who've got 28 stitches on their head. But I'm just thinking, Tamanna, through you, what about the normal people of Tripura or normal people where the BJP is operating? How do they speak up?
Yes.
How can they speak up? That is what scares me. Whether it is the girl in UP, whether it's the girl in Kumaraghat who was raped and murdered recently, or whether it is the Bhartiya actress, whether it's journalists like your colleague who is not reporting. That's what is for us. It's we take it on our chin. It's part of our game. We need to fight and all that. But through
will you continue to campaign in Tripura? What are your plans with the election dates announced? How are you geared up with the kind of injuries you're talking about? Your other colleagues also injured. How are you going to rise from this situation?
Tamanna will fight it on.
This is Afrida. Sorry, just have to correct you there. This is Afrida. Go ahead, sir.
Sorry, Afrida.
No problem. Go ahead.
Afrida, very, very sorry, Afrida. I think the BJP injuries also made me mix up names, so I apologize for that.
No problem. Go ahead.
Very sorry. Afrida, the issue is I need to stay back, and I'll stay back because for the simple reason is, look, there are guys who are fighting these people with much lesser backup than what I have. And mine is honestly speaking, is a much less, and not to be, sounding humble or something. Mine is a much lesser battle in terms of struggle compared to what guys are doing unprotected on the streets of Tripura, the reporters in Tripura, the children in Tripura. But we'll fight. But Afrida, through your and to the viewers to understand that in politics, we need to fight on issues, you know.
Yes.
You please hammer me on debates and discussions and your reach and all. But we are, if somebody can pull me out from my motorcycle and hit me with a lathi on my way to the hospital, we are actually short of being something like Southern Sudan. You see those things in crazy movies where, you know, where there's no law and order and all. And it happened in front of Mr. G.S. Rao. And he has the arrogance to talk to me. I mean, I was injured, bleeding, and the arrogance of, you know, of what I don't understand. If a police officer sees an armed crowd, shame on the uniform if he's not able to, you know, chase them away. I mean, it's heartbreaking for me as an ex-cop. And it's also heartbreaking for me to see how others are struggling. I mean, mine is a very small struggle.
Yes.
The
I take
people
your
of Tripura
point there
take a
that the
much
state
bigger-
police has a responsibility to protect all political parties, to allow peaceful rallies, especially if there has been a permission granted. I take your point about how this is not desirable at all in a democracy where opposition must be allowed to operate when it comes to their campaigns. In Tripura, the dates have been announced. Dr. Ajay Kumar speaking to us here on Mirror Now, giving us the details of what happened during the bike rally in Majlishpur. Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, for joining me. I would leave you here. I don't want to strain you too much because of your injuries, but I will have the BJP spokesperson also to give us the other side of what really happened. So let me introduce Szarita Laitphlang, who is a Congress spokesperson and in charge of the AIPC East, and Subrata Chakrabarti, chief spokesperson of BJP Tripura Pradesh. Subrata Chakrabarti, you heard Dr. Ajay Kumar. He's making a very straight point that, you know, in front of the police, in front of the minister, you had goons attacking the Congress rally, and therefore they believe that the state the state government has allowed this to happen. Your response, ma'am.
The election is already declared, and now the administration is under control of Election Commission. First of all,
okay,
we should know it. And secondly, they are repeatedly telling that they had permission, but again, they are telling they had permission of their organizational subdivision. So whether that area fallen under this organizational subdivision or not, this is a question, because when this sort of rallies, any political parties may conduct such rallies, there is no issue. They feel free, they must feel free to do that. But whether that area fall under the Sadar subdivision, as subdivision, Sadar, according to administration, is different, I suppose.
No, so I don't understand. Is Tripura the sort of state in today's time and age where stones are pelted at a political rally? Whatever subdivision it is, how can this be allowed?
No. Let me say. So as it is told that it is permission is granted, whether it is permission is granted for across the state, or because police administration always take precautions for all political parties, and equally they are given adequate forces alongside the roads, so where these sort of rallies are conducted.
Okay.
So, but from this bike rally, which was led by Dr. Ajay Kumar, from that bike rally, some goons have vandalized our party office, our Karyalay, Bhajpa Karyalay at Majlishpur, and that was the key issue. From
okay, then by that logic,
no incident should
by
take
that
place.
logic, Subrata Chakrabarti, you are saying then this was done in vengeance. Then it almost proves that it has to be the BJP. You're saying there was some incident prior to this where BJP office was vandalized, and soon after Mr. Kumar was attacked. That leads us to believe that, for all you know, this was done in vengeance. By BJP, by what you are saying. I'm only drawing from what you are saying, sir.
Yes, I am saying. But in the name of any bike rally, if the ruling political parties' offices are vandalized, so there will be a tense situation. But the police administration and election commission, it is under election commission now. So they have tried their best to protect this, to protect and prevent this sort of incident. But from Congress, this all hooligans and hooliganism were conducted there. that has created such type of
So
situation.
that has triggered
Otherwise,
this violence. You are admitting to it that the vandalism on the BJP office has triggered this violence. To that extent, you agree?
Ji,
You
pardon?
agree that the vandalism, because you are referring constantly to the vandalism in the BJP office. We are talking about a Congress leader, a national leader, a a Congress spokesperson, a state in charge being grievously injured. And you are saying, well, prior to that, there was a vandalism incident of a BJP office, and that could have triggered. Soon after that, this has happened. So what is the point you are making? Are you saying these two things are connected?
Is another thing is there. See, if you consider Majlishpur and its history, you will see that there is a Congress and CPM was rivalry in all the time in past time. So as this nexus between Congress and CPM,
Okay.
some common peoples who were tortured by either Congress supporters tortured by CPM or CPM supporters tortured by Congress. So these peoples are not all also accepting this alliance.
Okay,
This
so
is
you are
another,
saying it
another,
could be,
another,
it
another
could
issue.
be.
This is another issue.
All
It
right.
may be a common people's instant repercussion on considering all situations.
Okay, you're making a
Vandalizing on
number of
BJP
points
office.
here. I want to put this across to Szarita Laitphlang. Szarita ji, you know, the issue about permission is relevant only because when the state takes the responsibility to ensure safety and security, there's a reason why certain troubled areas, especially in the Northeast, I come from the Northeast and I know it, that there are vulnerable pockets, permissions are not given for leaders to access those areas. Now, if somebody tries to go into those areas which are not allowed, there's a risk involved. So what we have the BJP spokesperson saying here, that if you have ventured into those territories at your own risk, then you cannot blame the administration. The second point he's making is that now CPM and Congress have come together, but there is anger within the cadre because they were rivals earlier. So it could be somebody from within the cadre who has done this. Your response?
Good evening, Afrida. First and foremost, a slight correction. I'm the AICC secretary in charge of Tripura, attached to Dr. Ajoy.
Okay,
And
sure.
and I too am from the Northeast. I'm from Meghalaya. And I was very much present when this altercation took place. First and foremost, about the permission was granted. Secondly, Majlishpur comes under the Sadar district. So we had the permission for the Sadar district. So we could go around Majlishpur area also. Now, also to bring to your notice that in the last 5 years, this is the first opposition program that has taken place in that area because of the hooliganism of the BJP in that area, where they do not allow other opposition parties to hold meetings. You see, the situation in Tripura is grave, and the systematic death of democracy is taking place in Northeast, and the Bhartiya Janata Party thinks it's their soul and whole right to do whatever they want. I was right there when the attack took place. And if my learned friend from the BJP is saying that these are people who are unhappy with the alliance, were the ones who actually started the fight or who started these altercations there, it's absolutely wrong. I have raw footage of me standing in front of the BJP goons who were standing there. They
No,
had
but
the
how
BJP
can you say
flags.
they were BJP goons? That's my question.
Yeah,
How
that's
did
what
you
I'm
come to
saying,
that conclusion?
because 1 minute, because they were chanting BJP Jindabad, Murdabad, Congress, because they were there saying Jai Shri Ram, because they were there saying that Wapas Jao Congress, BJP ka area hai. Okay. Then they started chanting the minister's name. Okay. And I stood there and they pelted bricks at me. It's fortunate that I did not get hit there. They were carrying swords, they were carrying sickles, they were carrying rods. We witnessed a mob
From
almost
pelting of
every
stone, now sword and all other
that
things are coming
crossed.
out.
And this Mr. Learned friend of ours who's here lying about the entire incident, whereas he was sitting in his own house. He does not
Myself
even
lying or
know
you are
what
lying?
happened
You
there
are
on ground.
making
So
mockery of
please keep
scenario.
these sweet talks to
You are
yourself,
making the
Mr.
mockery of
Chakravarti,
scenario.
and don't even dare talk like this. We have witnessed the attack ourselves. We have
The
seen what
people
those
have
people
witnessed.
have done.
People are witnessing you all since
No, no.
19.
I would have to say,
Because
Subrata
you are
Chakraborty,
insecure,
that
because you know
BJP
that
is
you're
in
losing
power
ground.
in
That
Tripura.
is why you all are trying
BJP
to
is currently in
use
power in the
against the
state.
people here.
The
So
election
don't you
commission,
dare
of
tell me
course, will
that.
take over the law and order situation once the poll dates are announced. But you cannot have a state where opposition is not allowed to campaign. And if they do so, they will be beaten up. Quickly, quickly, ma'am, quickly.
The election commission announces the election date at 2:15. We were attacked at
Hold on, one by
2:35.
one. Ma'am,
There's
please
such a
finish.
coincidence.
Please allow Szarita to finish. Go ahead.
In
Afrida,
1998 to
the election
1993,
commission
there was
announces the
Congress-led
date
coalition
at
government
around
in Tripura.
2:15.
And at that time,
We
it
were
was
attacked
alleged
at
No, I
that
can't
there was
understand.
jungle
Can I
raj.
have Mr. Chakraborty wait, please? And Ms. Szarita, please finish.
Afrida, what actually happened is that the election commission announced the date at about 2:15 yesterday. And the attack took place around 3:30 in Majlishpur. The first thing that happened was that stones were being pelted at us. Then it broke down the windshields of 3 of our cars that were traveling at the back with the LED mounted on it. After that, at one point, there were abuses being hurled at us. So Dr. Ajoy got down and thought that he would actually. So Dr. Ajoy has this very remarkable thing that he does. If anybody is abusing him or shouting at him, he'll always go and say, Namaste, kaise ho, theek ho. He always does that. So he said that, come, let's go greet them. But there was nobody. So we left that spot and then we started, the bike rally
The
again.
end of the day, of
And
course,
at one
Congress
point when we
Congress
reached,
leaders
there
were attacked in
there was a mob
Majlishpur,
of about
and this
100
happened in a
people.
political rally. This is not how a poll-bound state can operate, because clearly ahead of the state elections, there would be a lot of law and order challenge now for the administration if this is how it's working. Thanks very much, Szarita Laitphlang and Subrata Chakraborty, for joining us here on the program. Let's take a break here. When we return,